And welcome to the break room. We are here with
Michelle,
Austin,
and Taylor. Woo!
Wow.
Woo! This video is sponsored by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform to help build your brand or business online. But more on that later. We wanted to sit down today and talk about something that just came out.
Mm-hmm. It is The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom.
It's tears.
That's part of the title,
Uh-huh.
actually. Austin and I are playing it, and we wanted to kind of share it with Michelle because I think she's curious about it.
all I've been hearing is like Isaiah, Taylor, and Austin talk about is Zelda stuff. And I didn't play Breath of the Wild because it gave me motion sickness. But I played Genshin, which is like pretty much the same thing, right? Ha ha ha.
That's what I
Just
hear.
kidding.
I hear Genshin is...
It's pretty similar.
I remember playing Zelda when I was younger.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, like when it was like on PS2 or something, right?
PS2? No, not
No.
PS2.
Wait, what? GameCube?
GameCube,
Nintendo. Anything Nintendo.
Oh,
N64.
JK Psych.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Zelda's such an old property.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My parents played Zelda.
Really?
Really?
Or my mom did. Yeah, like on like, I don't know, back in the day.
Back in the day.
The
My-
original Zelda.
What was the first one you played?
I played N64, and that's the
Yeah.
only other one I played before Breath of the Wild.
Oh,
Okay.
really? That's
Yeah.
a huge. There's
I
a
know.
huge gap in between.
There's a bunch in there that like
Yeah.
I don't know about, like the Mask one.
Oh, it was
The
also on the
ma-
N64.
Maybe Austin is the most familiar with Zelda.
See, so the first one I played was also the N64 one, so Ocarina of Time. But I got it when I was like 5, so I couldn't get past like the first dungeon.
I don't know how you're playing video games at 5.
That like title sounds very familiar.
It's like one of the greatest,
Yeah.
or considered one of the greatest games
Yeah.
of all time.
I was
It's
really
the one
young
with
too.
the ocarina.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember playing that. Yes, okay,
And
I
there's
remember
like yellow
playing.
buttons.
Yeah, I played,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you can actually play the thing in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I
And then
remember.
like people in school would like bring it.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
everyone,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
like play Zelda songs and
Yeah,
other
yeah.
songs, and you'd be like, guys,
You're
come on.
It's also
You're a
kinda cool.
nerd.
He's also cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
There's a guy with the guitar, and then there's a guy with the ocarina.
There's no in between.
Yeah. But this game is trending and getting a lot of hype.
Mhm.
Breath of the Wild was already like a huge, like iconic landmark game,
Yeah.
right? And people were really excited about this sequel.
Mhm.
And so far, it's been exceeding a lot of people's expectations, it sounds like.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were like, "Oh, hopefully it's just as good
Yeah.
as Breath of the Wild," but like, I didn't expect it to be like this much better. That's like
Yeah.
the crazy part.
Yeah. So is this like okay? So this is a story that I know about Zelda.
Yeah.
Zelda is the princess,
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
and then there's Gandor.
Ganon.
Ganondorf. Or
Ganondorf?
So Ganondorf is the human guy,
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
but Ganon is like his like true form.
Oh, I
type of
see.
thing.
So he's kind of like Golem and no. Like, he
Yeah.
has two different people. No.
I'm trying to think. Like when Voldemort's just a face versus when he's the actual person.
I see. So
Yeah,
when
like
he's
that.
like Professor like Quill's like back of his head versus
Yeah.
Very,
I
very
guess
fine.
kind of.
Interesting.
Yeah, with no nose. Ganondorf, I just recognize as the N64 one.
Yeah.
Ocarina of
He's
Time.
like the bad guy.
dude.
He's
yeah,
the
yeah.
dude.
he's
So
like
he's
the main villain.
yeah. Ganondorf is when he's a dude. When he's not a guy. When he's like a monster.
Oh,
That's
he turns into a
Ganon.
monster. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's Link who has to save Zelda.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I kept calling Link Zelda.
Dude, that's so confusing. I remember when I realized that Link
Yeah.
was Link and not Zelda. I was like, oh, that's a misguided
Mhm.
name.
Well, it was confusing because back then you can name your own character. He wasn't like always Link. So
Oh.
you
I
named
didn't
him.
know he was Link.
So I always named him Link because I'm like, oh, it's Link.
Mhm.
Okay, so like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom.
So Breath of the Wild is the first one, and then
Uh-huh.
Tears of the Kingdom is the sequel.
So does it align with this old story?
So basically, the way they describe Breath of the Wild is it's just so far into the future from all the other games that it is like all the other games converged into Breath of the Wild, where there's like 3 different timelines.
What? Oh, so there's a
To-
multiverse
Oh.
kind of thing.
Yeah. But then they all end in Breath of the Wild.
What?
The sponsor of today's video is Squarespace. We love Squarespace and been using their platform to build our brand and business online for years. We've used one of their flexible website templates to create our own site. From there, we were able to customize and add features to fit our needs as a production company. One of those features is the ability to create video collections. We can take the videos from our different platforms and organize them together in one beautiful video page. Squarespace also gives us the tools we need to set up an online store for our Nara brand. Their interface makes it super simple whether you're selling physical, digital, or service products. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/wongfu to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. All right, back to the video. But the story is like one component of this game.
Yeah.
The thing that like people are really loving is just like the gameplay and some of the tools you can do.
What are your favorite?
Basically, like what they introduced in Tears of the Kingdom is like crafting.
Like, what do you mean
Basically.
like crafting? Like you can make a paper plane? Like
Yeah.
oh,
You could
like
build
a large plane?
You could build whatever you want.
Wait, you can build like a functioning actual plane?
Kind of.
Imagine if in a video game they gave you the ability to glue anything to anything else.
Just cause.
Yeah.
Just cause.
There's like building like Legos everywhere, basically. Like places you could use wood and wheels because you get these powers, and like these powers are to like grab like a lot of different objects and like lift it up and move it around and rotate. You have the power to kind of attach things and fuse things together. Or there's different devices that you can use to attach to different objects. Like one is like a fan.
There's a fan. There's like a really popular one. There's rockets.
There's like weapons like lasers and like actually rockets.
Do
And
they
then
give
there's,
you like
also
recipes to like how you can make them all?
I didn't get there yet, but I think there are blueprints.
Oh, okay.
Do you want me to? Okay. Do you want me to spoil a little bit?
You could spoil a little bit.
Okay. The last power that you have, or one of the last powers you haven't gotten, is this. What's it called? It's like auto build.
Okay.
So basically, anything you build, it can remember, and also they give you these blueprints, and you can build those.
Yeah, I saw
It's
some
so,
of this.
I think
Isn't
it's
that
so
crazy?
interesting because like Zelda is in this world of like, it's like olden days with
Yeah.
horseback riding and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
But then they incorporate technology into it.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
remember when I was
Yeah.
like learning, I was like, what is this? Like you have this like device thing? Like I thought this was like back in the day, but you somehow have like
Oh, yeah.
electricity. Or something.
Oh yeah.
It looks like the pad,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah,
that you're
yeah,
talking
yeah. I'm like,
They-
what is
about.
happening?
The pad.
You mean a Switch?
Yeah.
It looks like
the
a Nintendo
Yeah,
Switch.
yeah.
Like they had the Sheikah Slate before,
Mm.
and that's the regular Switch. Now they have the Pura Pad, which I think is supposed to be the Switch OLED.
It's a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Does the same thing as the other.
It just looks better.
So this is, I wonder how like the gameplay, like when they're like doing it, they're just like, how do we incorporate technology in this without it making like seeming like over the top?
Yeah, basically aliens.
Yeah.
Or ancient technology.
Ancient technology.
So you can stick anything. Can you stick people together?
No. Wait.
You're not supposed to be able to. Maybe not together, but you're like not supposed to be able to like make them interact with the objects or like force them to like put like NPC in it.
Oh.
But I saw someone be able to do it. So there's also sleds in the game. They just like sandwich them between the two sleds, and it like.
It's so messed up. But people are like doing a lot of different things and like torturing different.
Oh,
Okay,
things.
so-
that's fun.
Yeah. So there is one creature you can stick together.
It's
Wait,
the
what?
Korok.
The Korok.
Oh my god.
The Korok we mentioned earlier.
That's so sad.
And they have these like big backpacks in the game, so they're pretty funny looking.
Oh
But
my
people
god.
are like straight up making like torture chambers.
People have made some crazy things. Like that's all my TikTok is now, is just all these new things people have been making with all
Making?
these tools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people are making like tanks and cars.
Like, is it like functional or is it just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
oh,
can get in and drive it.
You can make transformers. Or maybe
Transform-
not transformers,
like
but
mechs.
at least like a mech.
People are making like jets, like
Oh my
flying. Like
God.
you
Yeah, yeah.
fly and stuff.
damn.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes a lot of power ups to get to that point where you could do that, but like people are doing it. Some of it's just like just for trolling and just
Yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
gags.
Yeah.
But you have to get like materials, like a lot, right?
Yeah.
To get, yeah.
You have to hunt around
Dang.
for it.
Wow.
And then a lot of people are using it like to building stuff for utility reasons, like
Yeah.
fishing. Have you seen that?
What are they doing?
I'm not at the part where they have these devices, but they make a boat and
Yeah.
they put like an electrified like thing at the front and they just drive the boat around.
Oh, and then it kills the fish.
And it kills a bunch of fish, and then they just collect all the fish.
Usually fish are really hard to catch because they're in the water and
Yeah.
they swim
You have to
faster than
fish
you
it?
can.
Oh,
And you have to just dive in.
Oh.
And so it's really hard to get them
Or you just shoot
usually.
them with an arrow
Wow.
or something.
Yeah. Oh, it's so
But it's like genius. These are inventions. People are inventing things
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Zelda.
But then they also let you attach stuff to your like weapons directly.
Oh.
So like they're like, oh, you can attach monster parts, but you can also attach like random food for some reason.
Yeah.
Um
It's a way to like upgrade your weapons.
Yeah.
And, like make them
Oh.
stronger.
Yeah.
So it's kind of it's very creative of them
mhm.
Dang.
because you pick up body parts when you kill different
Yeah.
enemies,
Uh-huh.
and like you could pick up like their eyeballs, and you can use it.
Is
Usually
it becomes like a boost your weapons or
yeah,
something?
like you attach an eyeball to
Eyeballs
an
are
arrow,
so like it'll like auto track.
and it'll
It's
like
so
What?
yeah, it's like a homing missile.
So that's the new added thing that they had in
It
Tears.
changed everything. Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
Is there another like function that they added that makes it more entertaining
Yeah. Well, not entertaining, but
or like easier?
yeah. So there's this thing where like
Ascend.
ascend, where like basically you just teleport through things that are directly above you. So like,
No, it sounds crazy.
basically like, oh man, I have to go upstairs right now. It's so far. I don't have the stamina to climb up.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just gonna
Whoop.
and go up.
That's like what, like a power up
yeah,
or
it's
something?
kind of like teleporting.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's more like a quality of life change.
Quality.
but
It's like
it's-
when in Pokemon you have the bike and you're just like, yeah, let's go fast.
yeah,
Pretty much.
It like changes the gameplay drastically when you add these types of powers. It's kind of
Mhm.
it's kind of wacky because
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's like wow, this game that I thought it was just about swords and stuff. It has
Mhm.
all this new technology, like you said.
Yeah. The rewind function. So that's how
Oh yeah, that's the other thing.
What's a rewind function?
Basically, you can just make an object go back to where it was before, but combined with the building one where you can move stuff.
It's actually really hard to explain as we're saying.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm like,
Okay. Imagine I had the force, right? And I was
the
like,
force.
I was
Uh-huh.
making like this water bottle go up and down, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm like, okay, this like let's say I was able to jump onto this water bottle.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, I need to get up here now. Then I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna rewind it because it's up here now, and now I'm up here.
Oh.
It's like
wow,
time
this is really
manipulation.
like what they added was just ways to make everything like faster, like optimized, like
yeah.
Yeah.
Or just like more puzzles. You know, it makes like there's like new
Oh.
ways to solve things.
Yeah.
yeah, I see. More creative
Yeah.
Yeah.
thinking.
My guess is they saw how people were playing the first one.
Uh-huh.
People just like found ways to launch themselves off the island with like bombs, pretty much, and they just yeet themselves.
Oh my
at
God.
Ganon, and they beat the game in like less than an hour.
Also, they want to make it harder.
I think they're just allowing you to do those things easier.
Yeah.
And then,
Oh.
how much more can you break it now?
That's a good way to put
I
it.
see.
Maybe they're just like, oh, people just love these kind of wacky parts
Yeah.
of this game
Yeah,
that
yeah,
you could
yeah.
do.
That's
and,
true.
And these little loopholes, and they
Mhm.
made this Tears of the Kingdom just a really fun sandbox.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For you
yeah.
to do all those things.
It's like for people who want to be there for the story is there. But
Yeah.
for people who don't care about the story, you have other things to play with.
That's exactly right.
And they made it more accessible too.
Yeah,
Like,
and
it's so easy.
TikTok is like, because all the comments are like, I've seen so much gameplay of this stuff, but no story. Like people are
Like you
really
were-
excited
like
about.
you were like, oh, I forgot about the story.
Yeah, no, seriously. It's like people are just making stuff. There's like people are creating devices to catch horses. Like they'll have like a car
They're like
and they have like
herding.
these like claws in the front. And,
It's like claw game.
and, like they like just like enclose it.
It's like another definition of the claw game.
Oh
but
my
just,
Yeah, it's like
Gosh.
claw gaming
Yeah.
horses. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Hey,
Uh.
okay, wow. I used to think like, oh, how does it take people so long to play Breath of the Wild? Now I get it. 'Cause
Now
it's
it's gonna
like,
be longer.
yeah, now it's gonna be even longer for people to complete because they're gonna just be distracted with the other functions that.
Yeah.
I kind of I'm thinking of it like Grand Theft Auto.
Oh yeah,
Because
yeah,
now
yeah.
it's like, oh, you don't have to play this game just for the story. You can just go in and just kind of mess
There's a
around
story
for
in
an
Grand
hour. There is, yeah.
This story in Grand Theft Auto?
Some people in Grand Theft Auto, they just like, I'm just gonna steal cars and get most
Yeah.
wanted. I'm gonna use.
Let's
most
see if I can get away.
Yeah, get away. Now it's like I'm gonna pop in Tears of the Kingdom and just like try to build a man with.
I'm gonna see
All
how
these
many
things.
Koroks I can stack.
Exactly.
Oh my god, that sounds fun. Isn't there like no cooldown for you to like when you're eating?
Yeah.
There is a cooldown, right?
No, there's no cooldown.
What? Okay, in
just keep
Genshin there's a cooldown,
Mhm.
so you can't like constantly be
Oh,
healing yourself.
Genshin has also cooking. And
Yeah, they
eating?
do. But
It's not as involved though.
what do you mean?
Like in Breath of the Wild, you literally see yourself like select the different ingredients and then
sound.
No, there's like you have to have the ingredients and then it has like a thing and then you have to there's like a part where it's like optimal cooked. So then you get like the biggest boosts from it and then you have to like you just press a button and then it gets there.
So yeah,
Yeah,
that's very
but
similar.
Yeah.
there's like a time where like after you use it, you have a cooldown. So you can't immediately use like
Yeah,
another
There's
thing.
some things
Oh.
have cooldown for food
Mhm.
too.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay.
But that's pretty much Tears of the Kingdom. I think
Yeah.
we
For
could go.
now, yeah.
For now. There's a
Mhm.
lot more to it.
Yeah.
And I think I'm sure you'll hear more about it in the office as
Yeah.
we continue
I
to play this
know.
game.
Now I'm like, do I do it? I mean, do I need to finish Breath of the Wild?
I don't think so. I think if you're just there to have a good time,
Yeah.
just be like, oh, Link saved Hyrule at some point. now he needs to save it again.
Wait, so you're saying like there's like potential love between Zelda and Link?
I think
time?
this one there is.
Taylor's like, I was not here
I
for
have
the
no
story.
idea. There hasn't been a lot of hinting that they're
I mean,
like love each other. or
One guy
anything.
doesn't. One of them doesn't talk. So.
Yeah.
Zelda?
No, Link
Link.
goes, ha, ha.
That's
Huh?
it? He doesn't talk?
There's a lot of like you talk to other people and they're like, so what happened? And you go, and then the guy's like, whoa, that's crazy. I caught up with the whole story that you just experienced.
He mimed it.
Yeah. Zelda's missing? Oh no. But I do think like Zelda, like Tears of the Kingdom and like Animal Crossing, like these games, there's like a common thread that
Yeah.
like why they're so fun. And it's
Yeah.
like a lot of it is like this freedom to
Yeah.
do what you want and
Mhm.
have like make what you want
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and personalize it.
Maybe you can make a camera.
It already has it in the
Yeah,
Oh.
it's in the,
pad.
it's on the Switch.
Yeah.
I mean, ProPad.
But anyway, hope you like that episode of
Yeah.
the Break Room.
Yeah.
Talking about gaming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maybe there should be a break room when you all finish
Yes, maybe.
next year.
Yeah. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, I hit the plant.